Oh, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, GorTheMovieGod. You're gonna get snipped! What's up, everyone, and welcome to another movie review with your boy, GorTheMovieGod. That's me. Hello, hi. And I'm wearing a coat. Look at this. It's pretty chilly over here. Not cold enough for the heater, mind you, but cold enough to wear a light jacket. And also represent my boy Hanzo, Overwatch video games. Play a video game. Anyway, I am here to talk about a movie, not video games. And I am very excited to talk about this one because I just got out of the theater from seeing Jordan Peele's second movie that he both directed and wrote, and that is Us. Whew. Look at that poster. I love that poster. And I am very excited to talk about this because I was really excited to see it because I loved Get Out. I love Key and Peele. I'm very excited for The Twilight Zone, and I was very excited for this. So he's already 2 for 4 at this point, you know, because Get Out and Key and Peele were great. So is he 3 for 4 now? Is this movie great? I mean, the trailers look great. Lupita Nyong'o looked great. The whole premise is excellent. You know, what would you do if just out of nowhere your doppelganger showed up and he wants to kill you? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna try to kill him? Huh? You're gonna try to kill yourself? They're crazy. They don't give a shit about you. They'll kill you. But will you muster the strength to kill yourself? Pretty much. It's really such a great premise, and I was very excited, mainly because it was Jordan Peele, but also the premise and the cast. So it wasn't just Jordan Peele, but it was a big part of that. And let me just tell you right here, because I'm going to try to do this review shorter, just get my opinion out there as quick as possible, because we will be doing a spoiler discussion in the next couple days for the podcast, either the podcast or it might just be its own separate thing. But and we will go deep into it then, because this movie is it's something I definitely want to talk about for sure. And what I really love about this movie is the mystery, the whole mystery of the movie. Because when it comes to the story, it is it's not generic in a bad way, but it is a fairly familiar structure. You know, you have a family. You have Gabe, played by Wilson Duke. I'm sorry, I was gonna say his name, Duke Wilson. Wilson Duke, and you have, of course, Adelaide, played by Lupita Nyong'o, and their 2 kids. Going to like a vacation home just to spend some time away. It's a vacation, whatever. They meet up with their friends, Tim Heidecker and Elizabeth Moss. It was really weird to see Tim Heidecker in a movie like this, but all right. And Elizabeth Moss, who's a great actress. But anyway, you know, they're having a decent time at first, but you can tell that Adelaide, Lupita Nyong'o's character, has some dark secrets. You see in the beginning her as a young kid, and something happened. Okay, I won't say what happened, but something happened. You can tell there's something dark about her. And the whole time she's at this beach and at this vacation home, and you can tell she's not enjoying it and whatever, and Winston Duke's making jokes and stuff, and then out of nowhere, boom, doppelgangers. Out of nowhere, they just show up. They're there staring down the family outside, and they break in, and all hell breaks loose. And there's blood, there's violence, there's all the good stuff. There's swearing, there's jokes, there's plenty of jokes. I was actually surprised by that. I know Get Out had plenty of them, but when it got serious, I felt like it really got serious. Here, it was just like, let's make a couple jokes, let's go back to being serious, you know. And it actually worked. I'm not saying it as a negative. I'm just saying, you know, it was strange. I thought it would be less Get Out-ish and more serious, but it still has its fair share of humor, and it doesn't feel too out of place. You know, it's just there to bring you down because a lot of intense shit just happened. Okay, a lot of people just died. Let's bring it down. Let's bring it down. Let's make a couple jokes. Whatever. I mean, not joke. It's not like someone saying, knock, knock, who's there? You know, it's a couple funny moments, you know, and funny in a way where it makes sense in the situation. Like someone says something in a way where you're just like, oh, that's funny out of context. But in that situation, you probably wouldn't laugh. But I really like the mystery. The whole mystery really is what makes the story so fantastic. With the whole doppelganger aspect. Like, I don't want to say anything really until we get to the spoilers, which I might do maybe a little bit of spoilers at the end. Maybe it's just I kind of want to talk about it just a little bit. But the whole doppelganger aspect of this movie is really the mystery that really keeps you guessing. You want to know what happened. They give you a little smidge of something in the beginning, and then they don't give you anything until about 40 minutes in, and then after that, you're just like, what's going on? Why are there doppelgangers? What the hell's going on? Why are they trying to kill Winston Duke and Lupita Nyong'o? Like, what is going on? So it's really enjoyable when it comes to the story, just on that aspect. But when it comes to the acting, holy shit, okay? Let me just tell you, I like Winston Duke. I think he's a great actor for this role, and he is funny, he's charming, I really like him. The kids do a great job. Elizabeth Moss is great as well. So is Tim Heidecker, which really surprised me. But I gotta give major kudos to Lupita Nyong'o. She plays 2 roles. She plays, of course, Adelaide, and then she plays her doppelganger, Red. And she is fantastic in both roles, but I gotta tell you right here, when she showed up as Red, creepy as fuck. She does this kind of voice that, the only way I could describe it is that one episode of SpongeBob where SpongeBob really needs water in Sandy's dome, and he's like, I don't need it. I don't need it. I did that voice in the beginning of this video. And that's pretty much what she does with the voice, but it works. It really does. And she's creepy as fuck. And she, even though she looks exactly the same, besides maybe the hair, that's about it. I mean, it's the same person, obviously. You completely buy that she is a different type of person. Like, I mean, she's a clone, a doppelganger, something. She looks exactly the same. So do the rest of the family, for the most part. So what the hell's going on with him? Or her, I'm sorry. But you really are captivated by her performance. She is fan-fucking-tastic, and I would not be surprised if she gets nominated for something at the end of the year. Maybe a Golden Globe. I don't know, but she is terrific. She's so good in that role. But don't get me wrong, she's also fantastic in her regular Adelaide role. She does a great job of being a mother that wants to protect her kids. She even becomes kind of the main badass of the group after Winston Duke kind of gets, he doesn't get taken out, but you know, he's kind of wimpy, you know. He's a little wimpy. He tries to act tough, but there's times where he's just like, all right, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, he gets the job done. He's not a wimp, I'm sorry, but compared to Lupita Nyong'o, I mean, Nyong'o really like outshines for sure when it comes to some of the more badass moments. But it's a really great performance, and really helps the movie that was already great become even better. The mystery, the story, the intensity, the tension is freaking great. Even the cinematography is excellent. There's some really great shots, some really creepy shots. I never thought I'd ever be scared of some guy doing like pretty much a T-pose, standing out in the middle of the sun, but hey, it was creepy. Let me tell you that. And if you are expecting a lot of blood and violence, you're going to get that plenty. It's not going to be over the top, but it's going to be around the same level as Get Out, where they use it effectively. It's not going to be too grotesque, where like there's brains spilling out everywhere and guts and stuff. You're going to get plenty of violence if you're really a gore hound, you know? Which, I'm a gore hound, because my name's Gore. Anyway, enough puns. So anyway, I really enjoyed Us. I thought it was a fantastic film. If I had any problems, sometimes the pace would slow down quite drastically. There would be times where they would do like these one-shot takes where it's just like someone walking down a hallway or something, and you know, the camera is moving around showing the environment, and that was all great. There was times where it felt like it went on a little too long. I do get it. They were trying to build atmosphere and trying to set the environment. Like you see the environment and go, oh, okay, all right, now I get where we are. Situate yourself pretty much. But I didn't care for the long shots as much as I like them in some other movies, I guess I should say. They weren't as impressive. They even when I say long shots, there are edits here and there, but there are long shots of just people walking. So it's not the most impressive stuff. But it was there not to be impressive. It was there to be, I don't know, to set the environment. Whatever, you know what I mean. So anyway, I really enjoyed the movie. I thought the acting was great. The writing was really snappy and funny and creepy and really mysterious. The ending is fantastic, even though I'm going to say this right here. Kind of predicted it. Only because I was expecting something like that to happen before the movie even like came out. I was just like, I was like, oh, something's going to happen has to involve this. I was already thinking that because that's a premise that I've always thought was a great idea. There's been movies out there that have used doppelgangers before, but I always thought like, oh, that would be a great idea. Like, and movies have done that before. It's not the most ingenious idea, but anyway, the ending I really liked. I really enjoyed, actually. Again, the cinematography, the writing, the music is fantastic. The music choices and stuff, absolutely amazing, and I really enjoyed Us. If I had to give it a score, I'd give it a 37 out of 40. That's right, I score stuff from 0 to a 40, and I give it a 37 out of 40. Some pacing issues, and if I had to say anything else, there's a couple of gags that don't exactly work. for the most part, it works though. I wish I was in a better theater though. I will admit that, because my theater was just like dead quiet, and that was really upsetting, because I wanted people to really get into it. And it is creepy too. It is really spooky. And when people are saying it's the scariest horror film of all time, I don't know about that, but it's definitely not. But I don't think it was really trying to really scare you. But anyway, it's great. It's a great in a way, kind of like a Twilight Zone episode in a way. I really enjoyed it, and if this is any indication of what we can expect from Twilight Zone, then I'm freaking in. Let's go, baby. Great stuff. So anyway, there you go. That is Us. I hope you enjoyed the review, and look forward to a spoiler discussion coming very soon, but I'm going to do a spoiler thing right now, so if you have yet to see the movie, leave. I'm going to do a quick spoiler thing, just real quick, okay? So please leave. I'm going to spoil. Again, we'll talk about more spoilers in spoiler discussion with 3 other people, so most likely 3 other people. But anyway, now let's get to it. All right, so the one thing I want to talk about is the twist at the end. Now, I was predicting it. I was, because, and I'll tell you right here, it wasn't just because I was thinking about a twist like that before the movie came out. It pretty much got confirmed to me that that's what was going to happen in the beginning of the movie, when they don't show you what happened to the little girl version of Adelaide. They don't really show you. They're kind of keeping that mysterious, and they kind of show you later, but not really. And I was thinking, you know what? They haven't shown that one shot in the trailer where like the clone version of Adelaide grabs onto the other Adelaide. So I'm like thinking to myself, you know what? I think that confirms my suspicions about what's going on. And usually I don't guess twists like this. I'm not gonna lie. It's sometimes where I'm just like, I'm not surprised by a twist. Doesn't mean I guessed it. It's just that I wasn't surprised by it. Like Captain Marvel had a twist recently, and I wasn't guessing it, but I wasn't surprised by it. I wasn't like, oh, I was just like, okay, all right, ooh, a twist, ooh. But this movie had a twist that I was predicting, and when it happened, it still got me in a way where it's just like, whoa, they actually did go there. That's awesome. At the end of the movie, you find out that Adelaide, what we presume to be the real version of Adelaide, is actually not the real version at all. In the beginning of the movie, we see the clone version and the real version looking at each other, but we never see them interact. Later in the movie, we see them interact, and we see the clone version of Adelaide knock out the real version, drag her into the tunnel system thing, which if you saw the movie, you know what I'm talking about, and leave her there, switch her shirt so it looks like it's, it's her, because she had a Thriller shirt on, so she got a Thriller shirt, and she goes back up there to join the parents, and the real Adelaide is stuck in the subway system. And I thought that was such a fantastic twist that I saw coming. Again, I predicted it, but I still think it's great because it was executed so well. It really was. Just the whole ending part where you see the son looking at Adelaide, and he kind of figures it out too, and she just like looks at him and kind of gives like a smile, a creepy smile too, which makes me also think like some people in my theater I heard saying like, oh my god, that wasn't the real Adelaide the whole time. I was just thinking to myself, well, for the family, it is technically the real Adelaide because that's the only one they've ever known. So it's not like they did a switcheroo at the end where like the fake one, switched, like one of those like, hey, shoot him, he's the real one, or no, shoot him, he's they didn't do anything like that, like some ridiculous shit like that. But I just thought it was a really creepy ending. It's just like, that's the fake one, and she's always been the fake one, and that's a dark idea. And I would love to see the movie again, going through it and knowing that already, to see little things, like just little thing, because she's talking about how like she had this happen to her as a kid and stuff. She even talked to Winston Duke's character Gabe about it and stuff. So I want to see just little things. Like it's really good. It really is. And it makes me feel kind of bad for the for the fake Adelaide, who is, I mean, I'll say right here, she was pretty badass at the end of the movie. She was doing like dance fighting and stuff. It was sweet, but it kind of sucks how she ended up. So anyway, there you go. That's just my quick little spoiler thing for Us. I hope you enjoyed it. Anyway, there you go. That's my review. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.